We're here at AnimeFest. This is our third con altogether. I went to Gen Con by myself a few weeks ago, and that was amazing. So our fourth con total, I guess. Our 6-month birthday is tomorrow, so our half birthday. We've been podcasters for 6 months tomorrow. It's pretty exciting.
Wild.
Yeah. And we're having our first live show today, so that's a pretty big step, and y'all are making it really worth it by being here, so thank you for that.
Thanks for showing up, everybody.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
All right.
Hi, Renee's mom.
Oh, also, we have two special guests here who do play NPCs on the show. My mother, who plays, do you want to? Very good. She plays Melody Morningstar on the podcast, as well as James. Where did James go? James, hi. James plays Krang Lore Seeker on the podcast, and he is, wait, do you want to say that part?
Krang goes the trolley.
Oh, I was going to have you say the other part, the one that's relevant to you.
Oh yeah, he's my husband.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started. It is 6:02, so if anyone else comes in a little bit late, we may kind of take a break mid-show to just kind of catch everyone up on what's going on. But hello, we are Fate and the Fablemaidens. Thank you. We are an all-women D&D actual play podcast, and we can be found on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, and almost everywhere podcasts can be found. If you can't find us, hit us up on our social media. Let us know. We'll try and get on there. We're not on Spotify yet, but that is a goal. And you can find us across social media at FateFM Cast. So Instagram, Twitter, etc. Also Facebook. That one's a biggie. I am Renee Rhodes. I will be your dungeon master for the day, but as we call it for our show, Fate. And also, we are recording this show to hopefully release on our feeds later this year. I will probably ask for some audience participation at various points during the show. If I could have you all raise your hands if you have something to suggest. Please only raise your hand if you're interested in being recorded. Also, I will call on you, and you can contribute your thing, and we'll make it, tie it into the story, and make it happen. I'll let the players introduce themselves. You're first.
Oh, I'm first. I'm Laura, and I play Wynni Took. She is a halfling bard who likes to tell jokes.
I'm Samantha Turley. I'm a brunette in real life. I play Twyddle from the Twyddle tribe, and I am a changeling barbarian, and I am illiterate.
And I am Becca Eckert. I play a gnome artificer gunsmith, and her name is Knackle Merryweather Lacer Glimmersquint Fizzlebang Jimmy Jam Jack. And yeah.
She has it memorized.
Yeah, but I always get nervous because there's so many names.
You did great.
Sometimes I go by Susan.
Keep it easy. Keep it simple. Well, we have some great background music today, so we hope that you enjoy our soundtrack.
You can collect CDs in the lobby, right?
Oh, I wish we were that famous. So we'll go ahead and get started. Three of you find yourself for the first night on the Featherflight. The Featherflight is the very first ship of its kind as it soars through the air from the town of Lochlar on the south of Alanoch to Larasio, the capital city. You found yourself on this airship since this morning, and Wynni has unfortunately spent most of the day feeling a bit sick. You got to find your air legs once the airship sets off.
Wah wah.
Thank you. And so she has just rejoined everyone for dinner. You find yourselves on this dining room area with many of the other patrons of the airship. They've all finished up a wonderful meal. What the meal is, though, I would like to go ahead and ask the audience. Does anyone have a suggestion for the meal they just ate? Yes.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
They ate Kentucky Fried Chicken for dinner.
Where's Kentucky?
It's an island off the south of Alanoch.
It's canon now, folks.
And it's actually pronounced Kentancky, just to avoid confusion with actual places, right? Alrighty, so you've just enjoyed Kentancky, see, then I can't even say it again. Kentancky fried chicken for dinner, and you have finished up your meal. What have you all been talking about?
I've been talking about the ship the entire time because my brother, Squat, is one of the engineers who made the ship. And you guys, let me tell you, it is one of the greatest inventions of its kind. There has been nothing like this the entire time. I've been finding everybody who will listen and even people who won't. And I've just been telling them all about the airship.
Okay, I think there's one person at one of the tables that you passed who's just like nodding, mouth full, and just like pretending to be really into whatever you said.
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that you are so interested because I have so much to tell you.
And Wynni, Twyddle, what are y'all up to?
I'm probably talking to this new person that I've met, Twyddle, because I've been sick ever since I met her, so I probably would want to get to know her.
She's probably going to ask me questions. I'm not going to respond too much because I'm just amazed that I'm getting this free food that I didn't have to catch myself. And I might switch and change into forms of other passengers I've seen to see if I can get second.
Okay, explain that real fast for our audience.
Okay, the way that a changeling works in D&D 5e is I can take the form of anyone I have seen. My clothes remain the same, but my appearance changes as long as they're of medium size.
So we're getting like a quick snapshots of all of the passengers that you've seen today. And
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to do like the whole lean under the table, pop back up and say, oh, I'm Jeffrey now. I'm going to go get some more Kentancky fried chicken.
Very good. So the three of you are enjoying your dinner, kind of doing different things. And all of a sudden, there's a large commotion. And you kind of see over at the main table in the center of the room, there's this big display. And there's a man kind of standing by it, looking a little bit startled. There's a woman standing next to him. She's taller and kind of striking and imposing. He's pretty suave looking, but he's just dropped a plate. And he's looking at this platter. And once everyone kind of looks over, he's like, the cake is gone. The cake is gone.
There was cake?
Well, there was. There's not anymore.
Where was the cake?
It was right here 2 seconds ago, and he points to the platter, and the cake is a lie. And there's this big platter, very silver, elegant, engraved, and you can see a few crumbs and some icing. What color was the icing on this cake? I'll give that one to our audience. Yes. Blue icing on the cake. Oh, and what kind of cake was it? That's important, yes.
Black Forest.
Black Forest cake. Very nice. Okay, yeah.
I love it.
Blue icing on a Black Forest cake. You know this is fancy stuff. And you can see kind of the remnants, but the cake itself is nowhere to be seen. And since no one's touched their dessert, they're still kind of licking their fingers on that Kentancky fried chicken. No one's had any cake yet.
I'm gonna look under the plate.
Are you gonna lift it up, or are you just gonna look under it?
Like whenever you lift up a rock to see if there are bugs under it, that's how I lift up the plate.
Okay.
Just a little quick peek.
You don't see any cake.
Well, then I'll fully pick up the plate and hold it. It doesn't need to be on the floor.
Okay, the plate is in 2 pieces, so you can pick up the plate. It broke, it shattered. That was one of the reasons people looked over.
Did it shatter in half?
It did shatter in half.
I got this. I go over and cast mending.
Okay.
Fix your plate for you. You're welcome.
You cast mending. Can you explain what mending does?
Mending, I have a card. Basically, if there's one thing that's broken into 2, then you can put it back together as long as the break isn't more than like a foot long in any dimension.
Okay, so this plate does kind of like a quick fast forward through time as it kind of like snaps back together and the dude is like, whoa, the plate's back.
I'm going to say, like, while she was doing that, I was kind of finishing up my, like, 7th drumstick at this point. And when I see her do
Only
that...
7?
Yeah. Well, you know, I've been eating other things.
Oh.
There's other parts of the chicken, Renee.
Right.
But, like, as I see her do that, I just kind of, like, you know, like, pull it out of my mouth and just kind of look at her. And then I look at the chicken leg, and I'm going to break it in half and then offer it to Merryweather.
You want me to fix your garbage?
Chicken parts.
Yes.
No. Why? So you can break it again?
Yes.
No.
The man kind of looks at you and is like, I hate to interrupt, but have either of you seen a cake?
Have you seen this ship? There are clearly much more important things than cake. Cake, everyone knows what cake is.
I have seen the ship. I am pretty excited about the ship. Well, you know this is the first ship of its kind.
Oh my goodness. Well, let me tell you all the work that went into this. And then I start talking to him.
Absolutely believe it. He's like patiently listening. He's a nice guy.
Well, I can't eat a ship.
Have you tried?
I have.
So I would like to investigate the area to see if I can find a trail of cake.
That would be great, but you're going to have to roll me investigation.
Well, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, no. That
was a 3. on
That's
the
a
die.
6.
So, yeah, these crumbs look really good. There are a couple on the floor. There's a couple on the platter where the cake used to be, and that's it. Just crumbs.
Well, there were, and then I ate.
Off the floor?
They looked really good.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
If we promise to find this cake for you, will you give us permission to go wherever we want on this ship? Because the cake really could be taken anywhere.
Well, I mean, I don't actually own the ship.
Oh, so that's a yes.
I'm on the ship. That is
Got
a
it.
yes as far as I'm concerned. I do hold a little bit of sway. I can talk to the activities director and try to get you free pass to wherever you need to go.
I would love that.
Okay, sure. He's kind of chuckling to himself. He says, yeah, sure, you can go wherever you want.
I have a condition.
Yes.
Can I get more chicken?
You can take it to go, I guess.
Go where?
It's when you pack a meal up and you take it with you so you can eat more later.
But how are you supposed to carry your weapon?
Well, you carry food in one hand and your weapon in the other. It's like a drumstick in one and a club in the other.
He's civilian.
He smiles. He says, sure, if you can get the cake back, I think everyone will be very pleased with you. So, go wherever you want.
Well, I ate the start of the trail, so if y'all could find where it starts again, that'd be good.
All right. I'm going to investigate.
That sounds good. Roll me investigation, please.
Roll. You guys.
We're off to a great start.
9?
Yeah.
No, I can do math. 6 plus 5 is 11.
Oh my goodness. Well, that'll break the difficulty check. That's helpful. Okay, you do see see a few spots on the floor that looked like Wynni kind of licked it a minute ago. You do see a few crumbs leading away from that though, towards the door.
Hey, Wynni,
Yeah?
there's more cake here if you want it.
Thanks. Do you know what a halfling's favorite kind of cake is?
What? This kind?
It's shortcake. And then I eat the crumbs.
Twyddle's gonna laugh really, really hard at that. Like,
So Wynni is licking the trail as you go. You get to the door. You find yourself going down the hallway, and the crumbs disappear into a door off to the side.
Are there lots of doors?
There are plenty of doors along the way.
I'm opening up every door.
Even as Wynni licks the crumbs.
As Wynni looks around. Maybe someone else licked other trail up. I have to open every
To make
door.
sure you pick up on the
To
right.
make sure that, look, maybe they dragged the cake somewhere, cut it up, put it on plates, and then carefully carried each slice of cake into all the different rooms.
That is a great possibility. You check
It is.
every door on the way down. It's very funny. Most of them are pretty plain, boring rooms. That's it.
But they've been
You
checked.
did check, and that is very thorough of you.
Thank you.
The cake crumbs continue down and disappear into the store off to the side. Are you heading in?
Yes?
This room is
Should I check for traps?
I mean, it's never a bad thing.
On my brother's airship, did my own brother trap it? I'm just gonna go
I did say
in.
you were free to go anywhere. I didn't say it wasn't trapped. You walk into the room, and this one is a little bit different. There is a piece of cake in the middle of the room. The odd thing is, it's floating.
I'm gonna try to catch it.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna try to catch it.
Go ahead. Roll me a dexterity check, please.
Okay, I can do that. Now, let me double check. This is not a dexterity saving throw, right?
This is just a check.
Okay, that'll be
We're rolling bad tonight.
10.
Well, the players are rolling bad tonight. Yeah, so the cake dodges you.
Oh, I like a challenge.
Great. What happens?
I'm gonna pull out my 2 clubs. I'm gonna smash that
Roll me
cake.
an attack.
Okay, first one, nat 20.
There go those bad rolls. You smash this cake. Blue icing goes everywhere, as do Black Forest chocolate, or is it Black Forest cake crumbs? I'm sorry, I was just, yeah. Okay. Do you want to roll me a dexterity check to try and catch them with your mouth?
Yes, that's a 21.
They can't do the things like investigation. Yeah, okay. You catch some of the cake crumbs in your mouth. Can't catch all of them, you're not that fast, but you get a good couple of pieces. It's really good cake. The crumbs don't do this cake justice. Twyddle, your clubs are now covered in icing and crumbs,
I'm gonna take a finger and just kind of like lick it up.
and you hear a
Hello? Cake, is that you?
I'm gonna put one of my clubs up to my ear.
You listen for a second, and the club doesn't answer you. What did you do?
I'm looking around the room.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check, or perception actually, probably.
Oh my goodness. 18.
Yeah, okay. You notice that there's now crumbs on the floor, and as you kind of watch them, a footprint appears in the blue icing and the crumbs.
I cast Detect Magic.
You cast Detect Magic, and you detect invisibility.
Great. Now I know for sure. You guys, there is an invisible person in this room.
No, there's not.
Who said that?
Your clubs.
Jeffrey?
I would like to cast Prestidigitation.
Okay.
I would like to make a symbol appear on the surface of the invisible person's clothing.
Okay. So you point to where you hear this voice coming from and cast Prestidigitation, and you can see something appear in the air on this person, where you assume this person.
And then I tackle them.
Okay, roll me an attack roll, please.
Well, that's a nat 1, but I'm a halfling, so I'm gonna roll that again.
Yeah. Halflings are lucky.
What do I add to this?
Your attack, I guess?
Like my rapier attack?
No, you're not doing that. I'd say your strength and then your proficiency.
So that's a 13.
Okay, yeah, that hits. You barrel into this invisible person. It feels like a person now that you've run into it, and it sounded like a person. And it goes as it gets tackled to the floor. What are you doing?
Where's my cake? Our cake. Where's our cake?
Well, now it's all over her clubs.
That was it? That's all that's left of the cake?
Well, no, there's more cake, I guess.
What's your name?
Well, this is the Pokemon theme song. Ash.
Ash, did you steal the cake? Tell me the truth.
I didn't steal the cake.
Are you hiding the cake?
No.
I want to roll to check on him.
Roll insight.
17.
Okay, yeah. He's not lying, but you can definitely tell there's something going on. Like, he's not being completely honest with you.
Ash, I found you. I tackled you.
Yeah, I noticed.
You should be scared of me, so you should tell me the full truth and nothing but the truth.
Roll me intimidation? This is new.
That's a 9.
To be fair, you're not the most intimidating of the party.
I'm very small.
He's like, look, I just wanted some cake. This is the only piece I took. I don't have the rest of it. I know where the rest of it is.
Who's your accomplice?
I don't have an accomplice. I just took this piece of cake.
Then I don't know what's happening.
Is he still invisible?
Yes.
Hey, Ash.
Yeah.
There's literally no point in being invisible now. We know you're here.
Yeah.
Can you
Yes,
not?
you're right. So the invisibility fades, and you see a dwarf with kind of a spiky black beard and a cap turned on backwards.
So Ash, what brings you on this adventure throughout the land? Are you searching near and far for something?
Well, I gotta catch all the cake. There's a lot of it out there. 151 types. Strawberry, bonanza berry. I'm not sure. I'm coming up with these off the top of my head. Black forest cake, obviously, got that one down. I started this a few days ago.
I find cake, I get chicken. Tell me where the rest of the cake is.
Okay, he puts his hands up. I honestly don't know where the rest of the cake is, but I did see someone suspicious.
Spill.
Was it us?
I know I'm one to talk, considering I just became visible a few seconds ago, but I just really wanted to appreciate my cake in private, and also I stole it.
Hey Ash, why didn't you just, take a slice and walk away?
I did take a
and eat the
slice.
slice.
It just okay. So, my shift hasn't ended. I'm not.
You work here?
I do.
Do you know my brother Squat? He helped build this ship.
Squat's your brother? Can you maybe not tell him that I stole cake and took a break when I wasn't supposed to?
Why would he be mad at you about that? He doesn't make the cake.
No,
He built the
but
ship.
he does make my schedule.
Maybe we could make a deal.
I'm listening.
Well, I don't know what I want yet, but
We have to find the cake.
well, I can make a deal for anything. I'm gonna get cake.
What can this? And I'm still in a tackled position of him. What can this guy get you?
Well, maybe we could start by going to the cook. I'm sure that he knows how to make black forest cake, considering he's already made it before. And maybe we just go without dessert tonight, and then maybe we could get something even better from this guy.
So you're wanting me to just like have an open-ended favor to you that I don't know what it is? Like that's basically a life debt. And
Yes.
oh,
You sold your soul for this cake, and it's mine.
I feel like I've learned a very important life lesson about skipping out on my job and stealing cake. But also, I'm not really that interested in that kind of deal.
Okay, will you just help us find the cake? That's the deal now.
Yeah, I mean, I can help you find the cake. If that's the deal, that's a lot easier than me like selling my soul. Is that the deal? Can we shake on it? Can we pinky promise something?
Oh, I don't want your soul.
Well, I was misled, I suppose.
I'll shake for her.
All right.
I know her very well.
I just met you today. You talk a lot.
My stomach's rumbling. Chicken.
He's like, there was chicken in the kitchen, I think, tonight.
No, I'm gonna roll intimidation.
Okay.
That'll be a 19.
Yeah, I mean, he's...
Chicken with the cake. Help us find it now.
Since when do chicken and cake go together? Is this the new chicken and waffles?
What's chicken and waffles?
They'll have it for breakfast in the morning. It's the leftover Kentancky fried chicken.
We get another meal?
I usually eat 3 a day.
3? Man, it's a million.
Hi, hello. Hail and happy Fate in the Fablemaidens' birthday. Well, technically the birthday is tomorrow, but we wanted to do something special for our birthday for this episode release, so we present to you the live show from Dallas AnimeFest. We had so much fun with this live show, and we learned a lot for our next one, which is actually coming up, Fate and the Fablemaidens live at LubbockCon, February 23rd. That's this weekend at 4 p.m. on Saturday in the Banquet Hall West. We're super excited to have guest star Jordan Sanders joining us, and we're going to have a ton of fun with it. We also have a panel at LubbockCon at 2 p.m. on Sunday, February 24th, and we'll be taking some questions on Twitter prior to the panel that we can put in our pickle jar. Keep an eye out for that on social media. Speaking of, if you didn't see our social media this week, we have 2 big things going. The first is our content creation contest, which is our full birthday month and a little bit longer, where we're celebrating creation. We have 3 categories for creativity, for the creation itself, and 1 just for kids. And we would love to see some of the things that you've created that are inspired by Fate and the Fablemaidens. Check out the pinned post on our Twitter for more information. And if you didn't see, we are so sad to announce on social media this week that Becca has decided to step away from the podcast effective February 11th. We are so grateful to her. She has been an amazing Merryweather, and she's been dedicated to this podcast, to the hard work, to the editing over this past year, and it's sad. We're sad to see her go. We're really going to miss her, and she's such a creative, wonderful force of nature. So we're proud of her and we respect her, and while we are sad to see her go, we are so excited for the possibilities in the future of this podcast and where our adventure will go next. Please bear with us as we just kind of transition some responsibilities around. We hope it's not going to shake things up too much, but we want to make sure to give y'all a heads up just in case. Our final episode with Becca and Merryweather will premiere on March 4th. Yep, it's gonna be a good one. I cried. Thank you so much to Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy in Austin. You can find them at dlair.net/Austin. They have so many cool things. Oh my gosh, I love this store so much from the moment I set foot in it, and I love it even more every time I go. They have comics, games, all things geeky. I got a stuffed taco pillow that is absolutely going to be making an appearance at the Fate and the Fablemaidens live show at LubbockCon, and I didn't even know that was a possibility before going to Dragon's Lair. There's a lot of cool stuff, and if you're ever in the Austin area, feel free to check it out, even if you're just passing through. They have a lot of events that are available online too if you're interested in getting into some gaming while you're there. Thank you so much to our patrons who make the show possible and have for much of the past year. You mean so much to us, and we have more stuff coming your way. Thank you, Fablemates, for your support since February 19th, 2018, when we launched this adventure. Thank you to JP Deovando for writing our theme song, Fate and Fable. And thank you, Becca. It's been a wild ride, and we've loved having a Merryweather along for the journey. You can find us at FateFMcast.com or at FateFMcast across social media.
Okay, Ash, proceed.
Well, can you let me up, maybe, please?
Yes, I help him up.
Oh, okay. So Wynni, you help him up. He's a little bit taller than you. Not by a lot, but he is a lot stockier than you. Sorry. Yes, Sam?
I was just gonna say, so you guys shook hands like while you were lying on top of you? I just need that to be like put into the narrative.
Awkwardly positioned, but it still counts as a deal. It's still a shake. So he says, okay, cake with your chicken. We will get cake. I saw it go this way. And he walks out into the hall and leads you further down to a set of stairs. And when he opens the door to these stairs, they're pretty thin. So you each have to go down one by one. And he says, I saw someone coming down the hall. It looked like they were carrying something. I can't say for sure if it's a cake, but if the whole cake was stolen, then it might be.
Okay.
Also, do I need to just leave you here and go back and get chicken for the scary one, or?
No.
Oh. Okay, cool.
You can come with us. You just show us where it's at.
Well, it went down there, and he points down the stairwell.
That's all. That's it. That's all you know?
Well, that doesn't go. That goes down to the hole.
I go down to there.
When he starts walking down the stairs.
I guess I'll just have to think about telling my brother Squat. If we need your help, I'll call your name and Squat's name, and we'll see who gets here first.
He nods and he starts walking down the stairs.
I'm gonna go ahead and change into my male dwarf form.
Okay.
And as I do, I automatically just scratch the beard a little bit, and then I go, all right, and I kind of caboose this thing.
Okay. He's already headed down the stairs, so he did not see you change at this point. And the four of you progress down the stairs, and he gets to the bottom, looks around the room, and says, "Well, okay, so this is the hold. This is where we keep a lot of people's stuff that they're traveling with, mostly boxes. Anyone who's moving to the city from Lochlar, or anything that's not in suitcases that they needed in their immediate rooms. It's down here. Who are you?
Yo.
This is new.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are there any werebears down here?
There are no. Roll me a perception check.
Roll me a perception check? Okay, wow. Okay, that was a 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't see any werebears, and I'm so sorry to all of the Twitter folks who are using the hashtag #LetSamHaveABear. But there is no werebear to be seen in this hold for you today.
I want it so bad.
He's a little thrown off. He says, okay, I'm sorry. There was a tall, intimidating one with you a minute ago who really wanted chicken, and now there's not. I'm starting to worry that I'm being haunted and that I really shouldn't have stolen that cake.
I don't have time to soothe your worried mind. And I look around for clues.
Okay, start rolling me investigation.
That's a 22.
That is amazing. So as you move around the room, you do see some blue icing and crumbs on the ground. You're able to pick up a trail. It leads to a back corner.
Let's do it. Let's get over there. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Roll me initiative.
8 for Wynni.
Very good. Twyddle.
11, 10.
Oh, y'all are really doing great.
Thanks. I hope you're doing badly.
Nope.
Oh.
She's got enchanted DM dice, don't you know that? All DMs do.
It's not the dice that are magical, it's me.
Aw.
On that.
Oh.
And so out from the shadows comes a figure. You can't really see much about it at this point, but it comes flying at you, Wynni, since you startled it most. And does 15 hit your AC?
Ooh, just the nick. Yep.
Okay, so this figure thuds into you and tackles you to the ground. You don't take a ton of damage. It wasn't attacking with a weapon at this point. You do take 3 damage, and it kind of bulldozes you and starts to try and make a break for it.
Ouch. Don't leave. I just want to tell you a joke.
It's Becca's turn. So you gotta wait.
So now that it's come out of the corner, can I see it?
Yeah, you can see a cloaked figure. Its face is kind of hidden away, but it's trying to run past you. So you can't really see many characteristics, but it is taller and it looks like a person.
Are they covered in blue icing?
Not just like all smeared in it, no.
But do I see? Are they carrying your cake?
Also, no. Okay. Thank you for helping the party. The figure moves past you, and it's Sam's turn.
You know, it'd be really helpful if I had a device that clamped shut and I could like swing it and maybe you trap bears with it.
You get your bear trap next episode.
I know.
Okay. Well,
This live show is before that, and I'm so sorry that we had to retroactively fit this into the canon.
I know. So I really enjoy a good romp, around. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into rage.
Okay.
So first rage of the day. And I've still got my clubs out and I'm going to swing.
Okay. Are you swinging no, you used your bonus action for rage, so go ahead and roll me one attack.
Okay. That'll be 18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, 9 damage.
All right, you swing your club out, and it thuds into this person, and they go, ugh, and then kind of crash to the ground, almost like you swung at them, they came piling into this club and fall backwards onto the ground.
I'm going to say a swing and a hit.
Ow! And I guess you're out of initiative. That hurt. What was that for?
I'm gonna sit on it and then answer.
Okay, you sit on them.
I'm going to point my club at him so that way if he tries to like knock her off, he knows he's going to be to mess with.
Okay, Wynni, what do you say?
Excuse me.
Yeah? What?
Do you know what the most stressful thing about being a dragon is?
No?
It's trying to blow out the candles on their birthday cake.
I guess I don't see the relevance? Is this, wait.
Where's the cake?
Oh, okay, now I see the relevance. You really did want to tell me a joke.
Yeah, I didn't lie.
So now that you're sitting on this person, their hood kind of falls away a little bit, and you can see that it is a human figure. And they're looking up at you and kind of wide-eyed, and they say, here's the thing. I don't have the cake anymore.
You ate it?
No, I didn't eat a whole cake. Who do you think I am?
I could do it.
I don't want to. I would be very full and have a very bad stomach ache.
It's like a really nice thing for someone who stole a cake. A criminal offense.
Is it really?
Punishable by death.
What?
This is air law. We're in the air now. We make up the rules.
I'm the captain now.
We are not going to throw you off of this ship. The first flight of the good ship Feather Flight is going down as an engineering miracle and not as a tragedy. You are not throwing someone off the ship and smearing the good name of my brother. Foreshadowing?
Yeah, this doesn't need to turn into a tragedy.
So where's the cake? Oh, what's your name?
Billy Bob Joe?
Sounds like a fake name.
Billy Bob Joe, where's the cake? What did you do with it? Did you steal it? Did you give it away?
Roll me persuasion.
I'd like to assist since I am holding a club.
Are you trying to look intimidating at the same time?
Well, you know me, and still enraged.
Okay, yeah, that's true. So you're smiling while you're doing it?
I am smiling while I'm doing it.
Great, yeah. Roll with advantage.
Okay, that's 19.
Okay, yeah. He is looking up at you. He says, okay, I stole the cake, but I didn't eat it, and I don't have it anymore, and I gave it away, and I'm sorry, and I shouldn't have done that. Please don't throw me off the airship.
Okay, take us to where you gave it, where it is now.
What was that? Come again?
Look, I've already persuaded you. I just need to find the cake.
They go, oh, okay, and Billy Bob Joe stands up, and wait, are you still sitting on them?
Yep, not if they're standing, though.
Well, they try to stand up, and then they're a little bit bogged down by the halfling sitting on them.
I will help.
That is so kind of you, to sit on people and then help them up with a helping hand.
Persona 5 song.
Oh,
now.
it is the Persona 5 song. I'm not naming a character Joker. I actually might. Don't hold me to that.
I'm gonna take the club I was pointing at him and just kind of wipe Ross on it.
This is very scary. They're very scared.
That's okay. Just hold my hand and take me to the cake.
And now they are smeared in icing, those who are curious. And also, they don't really want to take your hand.
Okay.
But they do.
I'll take your hand, Wynni.
Okay.
Okay, so the two of you take hands, but Billy Bob Joe is kind of keeping to themselves. They pull their hands away, and they do guide you back up the stairs, and they're kind of looking over their shoulder occasionally to see if you're still following them. They're decidedly nervous.
You wouldn't have to do that if we were holding hands.
Go now, Ash. But just know I have dirt on you.
Ha! Because your name is Ash.
He's standing by the foot of the stairs, and he's just kind of nodding. He's like, this means my debt is paid, right?
We don't have the cake yet, but sure.
Oh, wait, is that the deal?
No, where's my chicken? I was promised chicken.
And Squat's not
There was
her
chicken
brother.
in the kitchen. I'm gonna go get her chicken. I really feel like I need to get her chicken.
Make sure it's original recipe.
Bye, Ash.
Bye. He goes down the hall and disappears towards the kitchen. And Billy Bob Joe is leading you down the hallway now. And they're still kind of talking. They're very nervous. They don't know what to think of either any of you. But they're kind of wringing their hands. And they're like, okay, so there's a story. There's an explanation. I promise it makes sense. But I know you're not going to believe me unless you see it. And
Okay, we aren't the cop. We just want the cake.
oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I thought you were like security or something since you were threatening.
We are security.
Oh,
Good cop, bad cop. It's just me. I'm doing nothing.
playing both roles?
Yep, and they're doing the smacking.
They're very confused. Oh, are you or are you not going to throw me off the ship?
I'm not gonna throw you off the
That's
ship.
up to you.
I might.
But I'm
But you might arrest me?
That's up to you.
throw you in the brig.
You're putting a lot of weight on my shoulders. And as you continue down the hall, they open a door at the end and look both ways and then usher you all inside.
I go inside.
Okay, you go inside, and inside you see several huddled figures
Are they sitting or standing?
sitting.
Are they in a circle?
They're in a cluster.
They look scary. They look like we walked into a horror movie, or is it just
No, they're not like hooded figures. They're just figures.
Are they taller than me?
They're sitting down, but they are probably about your. I did say they were sitting.
Oh, I forgot.
No, wait, you say they're hooded?
No, they're not hooded. They're not creepy.
Okay, but they're
They're huddled. Yeah,
Okay, but they're not hooded.
they're hooded. They're not hooded, but they
Like
are
a
huddled.
cake support group. They're
So
huddling.
I would like to stand in the middle of the circle and wag my fingers at each of them individually. And as I'm wagging my fingers, say, cake, 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 cake. I don't know how many there are.
There are about 7 of them. You want to give us 2 more?
That was only 4. I'll give you 3 more.
Great.
Cake, cake, cake.
You wag your fingers at all of them, and a couple of them look up sheepishly, and they have cake all over their faces. There's icing kind of on their chins, but they look pretty young.
Are they children or just small people? Like gnomes.
Some of them are children. A couple of them look to be like kind of young teenagers.
I have a joke for you.
They all kind of look up at you sheepishly with cake on their mouths and I guess wait for the joke.
Why did the student eat their homework?
One of them goes, why?
Because their teacher said it was a piece of cake. Is that why you ate the cake?
I lost my homework. I didn't do it.
Then you didn't deserve cake. Why'd you take the cake?
One of the kids starts crying, and one of the teenagers looks at you and is like, I'm sorry, there hasn't actually been any homework in a while. School is complicated. And then they look over at Billy Bob Joe, who's kind of standing by the door and very much guarding the door, like they've placed their body completely in front of it.
Why didn't you just eat cake in the dining hall?
The little kid who's crying goes, because we're not supposed to be here.
You're stowaways on my brother's ship? Look at their poor faces.
The teenager says, no.
Oh.
You aren't? But how are you not supposed to be here and not be stowaways? That's a proper sentence.
The teen looks off to the right and says, we were only allowed to come if we finished our homework, and as you've heard, we lost it.
Twyddle has been standing there really nervously, like dwarf form, like scratching her beard kind of furiously, and she's just like, look, no one told me that I was coming onto a school ship. I really am not interested in this at all. How do I get out of here? Is there a test? Is there homework? I've never had homework before. I'm not sure how I feel about this. And just kind of like looking at Merryweather. Because Merryweather has explained so much so far. I really feel like she could explain this to me.
You're good. That is literally all the explanation you need. You're good. You can go eat chicken. You go look at around the ship. You can take a nap. You could eat other desserts. I'm sure there's more than just cake. You can probably dance or go to the spa. There's like a lot to do on this ship. None of them is homework.
Billy Bob Joe clears their throat from the door. So I told you I'd explain, and I told you it was a bit of a long story, and now that you've seen, maybe you'll believe me. But I want you to listen with open minds.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how to open my mind.
So I smuggled these kids on a ship.
Are you their guardian?
Technically, no. But for all intents and purposes, yeah.
Are you taking them to their guardian?
I'm taking them to an orphanage in Lauracio, the capital city.
What? No one's gonna be mad at you for that.
Well, you acted very, very mad that I stole cake for them, so I wasn't sure.
Well, we didn't know
you
it was
stole it for orphans.
We're not monsters, but maybe chicken would have been better than cake.
They really wanted cake. I mean, look at them.
Do I need a roll perception?
No, you can see that these kids loved this cake a lot. It's all over their faces.
I think that was a sound decision.
Okay, well, there's nothing we can do about that the cake guy is already eaten. But maybe next time don't steal a cake. Just don't.
Thank you for that moral.
You're welcome.
Billy Bob Joe is standing by the door, and they're kind of looking nervous, but they're looking a little bit calmer now that you've kind of seemed to back off of this a little bit. They sigh a little bit, and they're like, okay, so I got a ticket for me, but I couldn't afford tickets for all of the kids. And if we're going to get them to an orphanage, we needed to travel fast. But, you know, the Durham Desert is what we're passing over now. And honestly, I didn't think I could make it through the desert with all of these kids in tow, and I thought that this ship would be the best way, but then they wanted cake, and maybe I shouldn't have stolen cake for them. Actually, now that you think about it, it's probably really bad that kids ate an entire cake on their own. There were only 7 of them, but it was really good cake in our defense.
Do you want any other food? Like, we're gonna be there. We could just bring you food.
I heard
every
they're out of
day.
chicken, though. There's no more chicken.
There's plenty of chicken.
No, I think it's all gone.
There's plenty of chicken.
The little kid has kind of stopped crying and is sniffling a little bit and goes, I could go for some chicken.
Great. You get chicken for everybody. Hey, you need it. If you don't let them eat chicken, you will have to do homework.
That was the scariest thing you've ever said to me.
I know.
It's been a day.
Billy Bob Joe is looking visibly relieved now, and they're like, so you're offering to bring food for them from meals?
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Kick us off the airship? I don't think so. That's a far fall.
No one is getting thrown off the airship at all, ever.
That's really
what I'm
funny,
saying.
because
Exactly.
5 minutes ago I was real scared I was. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'd really I would really appreciate that. I just needed to save enough money to get on the ship, that's all. I just couldn't get tickets for all of them. If you could help me keep them fed, that would be amazing. And then once we get to Lauracio, I'll pay you back somehow. I don't know how yet, but I'll pay you back somehow.
Nah, it's cool.
Nice.
Thanks, though.
You're really nice people, and I'm very surprised by this because 5 minutes ago you were not very nice people.
Well, you dashed at our friend.
You scared me. I was hiding.
Just wanted to tell you a joke.
Why were you hiding?
Normal people don't chase down people to tell them jokes.
I wasn't running.
During this discussion, I'm probably like with the children, and I may try to pick a couple up.
Okay, you pick a couple up, and the littlest one especially kind of comes to sit on your lap. She starts playing with your beard.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So Billy Bob Joe is like, well, I really appreciate you. I'm sorry about the cake, but I don't really know what to do about that now. It is gone. Maybe we could talk the chef into making a new cake, and
I don't think he likes to cook.
maybe not tell the chef that I stole the cake.
The cake vanished. It is a magical ship, and they are working out some kinks, and one of the kinks is that delicious blue ice black forest cake just sometimes vanishes. I talked to the engineers about it, and that's just what they said. It's so weird when they were testing.
We're gonna do a time skip as you're explaining this to the chef, and I want you to roll me deception, please.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well,
It was a 3, but I have a -1. So that's a 2.
The cake is just like, cakes don't just disappear. Did you eat the whole cake on your own?
Yes.
I'm gonna. If she said that if she said that the cake disappeared, then the cake disappeared.
Roll me intimidation, please.
Yeah. 17.
So the chef is now looking at the halfling who has claimed to have eaten the entire cake, but also warily eyeing the changeling who is smiling, but in the most intimidating way. And he kind of sighs and he rubs the flour off of his hands onto his apron. He says, I guess I ought to get started on another cake, huh?
Yes, please.
hooray! Yeah.
Honestly, did not know what I was signing up for with this job. And goes to the...
Baking? Go on.
I did know I was going to be baking, yes. Pulls some ingredients out of the pantry and starts getting to work. And the 3 of you, what do you do for the evening before you go to bed?
I want to ask how that guy snuck all those children onto the ship, and then I want to put on a magic show for them.
Okay, yeah. You go and you sit in the hold with these kids, and Billy Bob Joe explains how they basically put the kids in crates with like slats in the side and carried them on himself. Yeah.
Strong man.
I'm going to be eating chicken.
Something about
and-
that does not surprise me.
No, but one thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be collecting all the different parts of the chicken because I'm thinking that maybe Merryweather can use her magic to put the chicken back together again. That's how it works, right?
Yes.
Magic can do anything if you're high enough level, which she's not.
So that's my plan.
But she can put chicken bones back together, so, you know. Merryweather, what are you doing?
I'm playing games.
With yourself?
Frog. No, with the kids.
Oh, okay.
Like leapfrog.
Just found a
and-
place
and
to play checkers in the
patty
corner and by
cake,
yourself.
And then maybe also sometimes talk about, and did you know that this ship is a magic ship that also uses aerodynamics to fly through the air? And I'm giving like lessons as I'm playing.
Okay, yeah. I think some of the teenagers are a little bit frustrated that somehow the homework followed them onto this airship. But a couple of the kids are listening very eagerly because you're a very enthusiastic speaker. And even when the words you're saying aren't interesting, the way you say them is very interesting. And you spend a lot of quality time with these kids, except for Twyddle, who's stuffing her face with chicken, I guess. And that will conclude our one-shot for today. Thank you so much. So we had, well, I believe it was supposed to be a little bit longer, but I got a sign about halfway through that we were going to have to wrap it up. So thank y'all so much for bearing with us. And if you are interested in hearing more, thank you for coming out, first of all. This is our first live show, so thank you for being the guinea pigs here today.
Yes.
Thank you all. Thank you for the great suggestions that helped shape the show. And you can check us out. We're on iTunes, Google Play at Fate and the Fablemaidens, or you can find us on our social media at FateFM Cast. Episode 15 comes out Monday, and we're really excited because a lot happens in episode 15.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm still getting over that one. It'll take the DM a little while to recover. But thank you all so much for being here. Y'all have a good night.
Same, we'll be around if you guys want to talk to us.
Yeah, thank you so much. And get pictures with us. We'd love to do that. Let us know where we can find you on social media. And thank you. Also, thank you to the wonderful soundtrack that we did not expect, but I think we can all agree made the show so much better. Woo! Next door band. Thank you all so much. Have a good night and enjoy the rest of AnimeFest.
And we're back with Lauracio News at 9. I'm Melody Morningstar, and tonight I'm joined by Billy Bob Joe Sam, whose incredible feather flight story has been gaining traction in the past few days, especially since the disappearance of self-proclaimed god of rock, Balor Bane. Tell me, Billy Bob Joe, have you really encountered the 3 mysterious people who fought the golem that crashed the Lauracio City Limits Music Festival?
Yes, I have, and they were very interesting people.
Yes, we want to hear all about them, who they are, and what part they play in your story. Maybe we'll get some insight into the part they play at the music festival, too. The strange magical rift, the battle with the rock golem, and the mystery of our disappearing celebrity. But we also want to hear about your story and what happened when the feather flight sank.
Well, it's imperfect. It's full of mistakes and, cake. But I'm just glad when all is said and done that I could get those kids to safety, and I was glad for their help with it.
When you say there, do you mean
Yes, Wynni, Twyddle, and Merryweather. I didn't know they were anyone special at the time, and, well, I still don't.
Why don't we start from the beginning?